What's up, folks? This is BG from RTB, and today I'm going to do an in-depth study on our adversary, the adversary of the Most High, the adversary of man, the serpent, the devil, which is called Satan. All right, he is the ruler of this world, of this current fallen world, and many people do not even know when the enemy is right in front of them. So what I'm going to do today, like I said before, I'm going to do an in-depth study so everybody can know when they're being faced against our adversary, Satan. All right, people, we're going to start from the beginning out of the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. And it says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahuwah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden." All right, folks, now let's take a look at the Hebrew word for serpent, which is Hebrew 5175, which is pronounced Nakash. All right, and it is from Hebrew 5172, a snake, from its hiss, serpent. Now, if we look down at the Hebrew 5172 for Nakash, it is a primitive root, properly to hiss, that is, whisper, a magic spell, generally to prognosticate, which is basically to prophesy. Certainly divine enchanter, use enchantment, learn by experience, indeed diligently observe. So right here, this are some characteristics of a serpent, which is also some characteristics of our enemy Satan. All right, he is a whisperer. All right, he whispers in our ear. He tempts us with the things of this world by whispering in our ears, using his enchantment. All right, he is an enchanter. All right, let's go on to the next word that I'm going to describe Satan with. Okay, folks, so now in Genesis 3:1, it also says that Satan was more subtle than any other beast of the field that Yahuwah has created. Now we're going to look at this word subtle in the Hebrew. So we look at Hebrew 6175. It is arum, which is a passive participle of Hebrew 6191. All right. Cunning, usually in a bad sense. Crafty, prudent. All right. Now we go to the Hebrew 6191 aram. It's the primitive root, properly to be or make bear, but used only in the derived sense, through the idea perhaps of smoothness, to be cunning, usually in a bad sense. Very, be aware, very beware, take crafty counsel, be prudent, and deal subtly. All right, so right here, these are characteristics again. Satan is subtle, which means he is cunning, not in a good way. All right, he's a very prudent enemy, and he takes crafty counsel against everybody on this earth. All right, and we are to beware of this enemy. All right, because he presents himself with a smoothness, a cunningness. All right, just like the snake will hide out and at the last minute will strike you and hit you with that venom and poison you. All right, that's Satan. All right, he's smooth, you know what I'm saying, he's cunning, but once he bites you, he fill you up with poison. All right, folks, now let's go over some words again that describes our enemy. All right, now first let's go into the word hiss, which the definition I got out of the Webster's Dictionary, which means to show that you dislike or disapprove of someone such as a performer or speaker, by making a hiss, to say something in a loud or angry whisper. All right, so right here, it shows us that when a snake hisses, it dislikes us. And if Satan is described as a serpent or a snake, he hisses, which means he dislikes us, means he hates us. All right. This is a very good analogy of Satan as a serpent. All right, because his hiss is deadly. All right, he's angry. All right, now let's get to these other words. All right, cunning. All right, cunning means getting what is wanted in a clever and often deceptive way. All right, remember, Satan has deceived the whole world. All right, cunning, getting what is wanted in a clever and often deceptive way. All right, crafty, clever, and usually a deceptive or dishonest way. Prudent, wise, enchanter, a person who uses spells or magic, a sorcerer or wizard. All right, so basically Satan is a wise, crafty, clever, cunning deceptor. He's dishonest. He's like a sorcerer. All right, because he's an enchanter and he hates us. All right, these 5 words describes Satan perfectly. Do not underestimate the enemy. Now we're going to see an example of Satan's cunningness, his craftiness, his deceptiveness. All right, this is how the fallen man came around, through his smoothness. Genesis 3, 2 through 5 says, "And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for Elohim doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." So right here, Satan has used his craftiness and his cunningness and his prudentness, all right, where Adam and Eve bit the fruit and fell from the grace of the Most High. All right, Satan used his hate. All right, he uses hate for us in a smooth way so that we may fall out of the grace of the Most High. All right, so our enemy, all right, our enemy is going to pretend to be good, is going to pretend to know what he's talking about, but all in all, like the snake, all right, once he tempts you and then he gets his teeth around you, you are now poison. All right, so that's why human race has failed from grace. All right, that's why we are in a sinful world, because Satan, cunningness, craftiness tricked Adam and Eve into eating this fruit, thinking they was gonna be more like the Most High. All right, folks, let's look at John chapter 8 verse 44, and it says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." This verse right here is self-explanatory. It's telling people that Satan is a murderer, and he was a murderer from the jump. All right, it says that he does not abide in the truth, and that he tells lies, and that he is the father of lies. But it also says the children of Satan follow the lust of Satan. All right, and in this next slide, I'm going to show you what the lust of Satan is. Okay, folks, the lust of Satan is the lust of the flesh, which is Galatians chapter 5, 19 through 21. All right, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such the like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Elohim. All right, these things right here, the lust of the flesh is the lust of Satan. All right, these are all the things that Satan tries to get us to do. These are all the things that Satan tries to say that is okay. These are all the things that Satan makes us think, makes us feel good. All right, but all these things would not allow us to inherit the kingdom of Elohim. All right, we would not be in the Shemayim with Yahuwah. We would not be in the Shemayim with Yahushua if we have the lust of Satan. All right, which is the lust of the flesh. All right, all these things people think make them feel good, but like I said before, when the snake bites you, all this poison comes into you, and you will not see the kingdom of Elohim. Alright folks, now let's check out the book of Job, Job chapter 1 verses 6 through 7. And it says, now there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan came also among them. And Yahuwah said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahuwah and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. All right, now the question here is, why is Satan presenting himself before Yahuwah with the other angels? And what is he doing when he's going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it? The next couple of slides, I am going to explain what Satan is doing in presenting himself in front of Yahuwah, and what he is doing as he is going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it. Okay folks, before we answer the question of why Satan is presenting himself before Yahuwah, we're going to answer the question of what Satan is doing as he is going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it. Now, if we read 1 Peter 5 and 8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. All right, so this is one of the things that Satan is doing at this current time. He's walking in the earth to and fro, up and down of it, seeking whom he may devour. All right, it's a fight for the souls. He's hungry. He's like a raging lion, stalking and devouring who he may. He's trying to bring as many people down with him as he can, because he's angry. He's a snake. He's a serpent. He's a roaring lion seeking to devour whoever, because he has no love in him. All right, now let's go on to the next clip. All right, folks, now let's check out John 10:10, and this is also going to answer what Satan is doing as he going to and fro the earth, up and down in it. John 10:10 says, the thief come not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right, so what Yahushua said here, he said that Satan is a thief, and that he does not come but to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right, so you can link this up with him being a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. All right, so he is a thief. All right, he comes to steal, he comes to kill, and he comes to destroy the children of the Most High, and the human race and all. Basically, is what he's trying to do. All right, so for when he's walking in the earth, he's like a roaring lion seeking he may devour. He's stealing, he's killing, and he's destroying. All right, those are characteristics of Satan. And even though he might use his craftiness where you don't see that he's stealing, killing, or destroying, believe me that he is still killing, stealing, and destroying, even when he's using his prudent craftiness. All right, folks, now to answer the question, why is Satan presenting himself before Yahuwah with the other messengers? All right, for the simple fact that he is accusing us. And Revelation 12:9-10 tell us that. Now let's go ahead and read it. And it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our Elohim, and the power of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before Elohim day and night. All right. In the book of Job, Satan was presenting himself before the Most High to accuse mankind. All right. As you know, if you know the story of Job, Job ended up losing his family, getting boils and all types of things, but he still didn't waver like that. All right, so Satan is our accuser. All right, so he's accusing us with his wicked self. All right, so he is going to and fro the earth, up and down, and seeking who he may devour, killing, stealing, and destroying, and then accusing us for falling for his temptation. Ain't that crazy? That's some craftiness right there. That is some real craftiness. Okay, folks, so now, so far, we know that Satan, the devil, the serpent, the snake, the roaring, devouring lion, is a liar. All right, he is a deceiver. He is an accuser, a murderer, a thief, a destroyer, and a devourer. All right, and you must know all his tricks, and you must not fall for them. All right, remember, he's cunning. Remember, he's prudent, which is wise. All right, so do not underestimate our adversary. All right, because he is like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. All right, so take a look at these characteristics right here. All right, register in your mind, and this is characteristics of our enemy Satan, and any people that carry these characteristics are the children of Satan. All right, folks, now let's take a look at Matthew chapter 4, verses 1-3 to see Yahushua's interaction with Satan. All right, Matthew 4, 1-3, and it says, then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward at hunger. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Elohim. All right. Right here, Satan thinks he is so wise and cunning and crafty or whatever that he think he can tempt Yahuwah. He think that he can tempt Yahushua. He think that he can tempt Yahuwah that is manifested in the flesh. All right. So basically, Satan gave Yahushua the deal that many of these celebrities get. You know what I'm saying? He gave him the kingdoms of the world. You know what I'm saying? He told him to turn these stones into bread if you the son of the Most High. He tempted him. You know what I'm saying? He take him up. He told him to throw himself out the mountain unless you back. The angels would get him unless he dash his foot against the stone and everything. Then he said he'll give all these things to Yahushua if he just bow down and worship him. All right, so right here in this verse, Satan attempts to tempt Yahushua after he was weakened, after he was hungry. All right, but Yahushua did not fall for the temptation because he knew the tricks, and plus Yahushua is the Word. And what does it say in John? The Word was with Yah and was Yah, and nothing created without the Word. All right, so if Satan's going to try to tempt the Son of the Most High, if Satan's going to try to tempt Yahuwah manifested in the flesh, you best believe that he is constantly tempting us. All right. All right, now let's take a look at the book of Matthew. We're going to look at Matthew chapter 13, verses 24-25, and verses 37-39. All right. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while man slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. All right. Now 37 through 39 says, he answered, which is Yahushua, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. So basically what Yahushua is saying is that Satan plants tares amongst the wheat. He places bad people amongst good people. He places his children, matter of fact, he disguises his children as the children of the Most High and places those disguised people amongst the real children of the Most High. All right. So right there we know that Satan puts people in places to cause destruction. All right, now let's see who are these tares that Satan places amongst the wheat while men sleep. Let's check out 2 Corinthians chapter 11, 13 through 15, which says, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Messiah. All right. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. All right, so basically the tares are the false apostles, the deceitful workers that say they working for the Most High, to say they are of the Most High and everything. Then it says, no marvel, for Satan transformed himself into an angel. Okay, so Satan places his false apostles. Now these false apostles and deceitful workers are people like Oprah Winfrey, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, and anybody else that claim that they follow the Bible but teach a different way. All right, Benny Hinn, everybody on TBN. What's that other guy named Clem Commit, the singing prophet, the one that said, cause we don't get no glory for raising the dead, the singing prophet. All of those are tares. All right, now if you look at the pictures with the little red demonic devil, then on the left, on the right, you see this pretty lady, and then you see this this guy shining light. This is how Satan presents himself. He does not present himself as a horrible monster. All right, this is why I get a whole bunch of slack from people when I'm talking about fraternities, secret societies. They think because they do all these good things, that these societies do all these great things, that it is not of Satan. You got to remember, Satan is not going to present himself as a snake and a roaring lion. He's going to present himself sexy. He's going to present himself beautiful and desirable. And so is his tares that he placed amongst the wheat. All right. You know, we really have to study the word and understand, 'cause a lot of things that we get into is not of the Most High. All right. And we're unknowingly following Satan. So please watch out for these false apostles and these deceitful workers that transform themselves into the apostles of Yahushua. All right. All right. So just right there, watch out. Also, many of these false apostles is a lot of these people, that a lot of these ministers that's in these storefront churches and all these churches around this country, not just the mega pastors. All right, because you got to have tares in the smaller sections. All right. Okay, folks. So now we know that our enemy, Satan, the devil, that serpent, is a tempter. We know that Satan visits you in times of weakness. All right. Satan sowed tares amongst the wheat. He transforms himself into an angel of light, and Satan ministers transform themselves into ministers of light. All right. And also, and I forgot to put it on here, also Satan seeks worship. All right. All in all, in the thicker things, the big scheme of things, he just wants to be worshipped as the Most High. Okay, folks, Ephesians 2:2 says, wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So Satan is called the prince of the power of the air. And what I'm going to do is break down prince, power, and air. And then you'll get the meaning of prince of the power of the air. All right, so we take a look at the Greek. If you look prince under the Greek, which is Greek 758, which is arcane or archon or something like that, it's the present participle of Greek 757, a first in rank or power, chief, ruler, magistrate, prince, ruler. And Greek 757 is archo, which is a primary verb, to be first in political rank or power, reign, rule over. All right, so right there, he's the prince of this current sinful nation or sinful world. All right, folks, now let's take a look at the word power in the Greek, and that is Greek 1849, which is exousia. All right, and it's from Greek 1832 in the sense of ability, privilege, that is subjectively, force, capacity, competency, freedom, or objectively, mastery, concretely, magistrate, superhuman, pontificate, token of control, delegated influence, authority, jurisdiction, liberty, power, right, and strength. All right, so now let's go over and check out what air means in the Greek. Okay, folks, air in the Greek is Greek 109, which is air, which means to breathe unconsciously, that is, respire, by analogy to blow air, as naturally circumambient. All right, and if anybody don't know what ambient means, ambient air is just the air that's all around you, that's all around your body, what you're walking through, that is ambient. All right, it says compared to Greek 5594, when Greek 5594 is suko, all right, which is a primary verb, to breathe voluntarily but gently, thus differing on the one hand from Greek 4154, which denotes properly a forcible respiration, and on the other from the base of Greek 109, which refers properly to an inanimate breeze, that is, by implication of reduction of temperature by evaporation to chill, figuratively, wax cold. So, all right, we know that the air was all around us at this time. So that's what they're talking about, the prince of the power of the air. So let's go on and put this together. All right, let's put it all together. Prince of the power of the air. All right, prince, first in rank or power, chief, ruler, magistrate, prince. All right, power is influence, authority, jurisdiction, token of control, and pontificate. The air, a fallen sinful world. So basically, in the fall of man, Satan became the quote-unquote God of this world, of this fallen sinful age. This is the kingdom of Satan. All right, the air, the ambient air that's around us, the media, the radio, he goes as far as the government, just everything around us. He is controlling. He's controlling the laws of the land. He's controlling what's coming on TV, that's coming into our system, what's coming on the radio, what's coming into our system. All right, he is controlling that. So that's why he is the prince of the power of the air. All right, that's his jurisdiction. All right, he's the pontificate of wickedness. All right, so we got to know that our enemy is everywhere, in all places, even in places that we think he might not be. All right, even if y'all might think he's not in the Sunday church, which is not the Shabbat, but anyway, he's there because Sunday is the day that the Romans and the Greeks, whatever, worship the sun. The Sabbath is on the 7th day. But anyway, the prince of the power of the air. All right, that is one of Satan's titles, and we must be more diligent and vigilant to thwart Satan and to follow the Most High correctly. All right. Okay, folks. So why was Satan cast out of heaven? I'm gonna stick to the Bible with this, but I'm going to mention that I think it's either in the book of Enoch or the book of Adam and Eve that they said that one of the reasons why Satan hated us so much is that Yah, when we was created, Yah told them to bow down to us because we was the image of the living Elohim. All right, so Satan thought that he should not have to bow down to anything that was created after him. All right, so that's what's stated in the one of the lost books, Apocrypha, one of those books that was taken out of the original Bible and everything. But all right, let me go ahead to these scriptures in the Bible, and let's see why Satan was cast out of the Shemayim. All right, people, let's check out Isaiah chapter 14, verses 12 through 14. And it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? But thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." All right. And Ezekiel 28:17 says, "Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by the reason of thy brightness." All right, folks, know your enemy and know that Satan fell because of his pride and of his rebellion. All right, his pride, all right, said that he will ascend into heaven. His pride said that he will exalt his throne above the stars of Elohim. His pride said that he would sit also upon the mount of the congregation. All right, his pride said he will ascend above the heights of the clouds. His pride said he will be like the Most High. All right. All right. And then the Most High said that Lucifer, Satan, was lifted up because of his beauty, his pride, his vainglory in himself. All right. And also that because of his brightness, his wisdom is corrupted. He thinks because he is so beautiful, you know what I'm saying, so gifted, I guess, you know what I'm saying, he has corrupted his thoughts, has corrupted his right way. All right, he thought he was so great that he was greater than the Creator. All right, so know your enemy. All right, pride comes before the fall. All right, and we all know that Satan rebelled against the Most High, and what he's doing right now on this earth is rebellion. What he's doing right now is still being prideful. All right, people. All right, folks, this is the end of the presentation of knowing your enemy, or the enemy of the world and the enemy of mankind and the enemy of Yahuwah. All right, I did this for the simple fact that I wanted people to understand our enemy, because if you do not understand the enemy, you would not be able to defeat the enemy without understanding of its tactics, all right, of its ways. All right, remember, people, Satan shows himself as an angel of light and also his ministers. But also remember that Satan is a snake. He's a roaring lion. He is a thief. He is a killer. You know what I'm saying? He's a deceiver. He's a tempter. He wants all of us to fall out of the way of the Most High and follow him to eternal damnation, separated from the Most High. People, know your enemy. Know your enemy. This is BG, Bakuf. Shalom.